Hello, Violas. Today we're going to be working on page 18 in the Essential Elements Book 2, and the concept on this page is the hooked bowing with dotted 8/16 note figures. So the dotted 8/16 note figure, it is a beamed rhythm, but you'll notice that you've got one solid beam across the entire beat, and then there's just a little tiny partial beam for the 16th note. So the 8th note has a dot on it, which makes it 3/4 of a beat. And the 16th note is the remaining 1/4 of the beat. And that is indicated with a partial double beam. Now, you may remember from a previous lesson, when two notes are tied or slurred, but they also have staccato dots over or under the note heads, we call that a hooked bowing. We move the bow in the same direction for both notes, but we do stop the bow on the string between them. So when you have a dotted 8/16 note figure, and it is hooked, that's going to look like this. So you keep the 16th note really nice and connected to the note after it, but not to the note before it. And we do down, down, up, down, up, up. It may take you a little bit of time to get used to that, but once you do get the hang of it, it's not going to feel awkward or uncomfortable at all. Let's go ahead and we're going to do number 80, rhythm wrap, and we will do this first time in the air and second time on the open D string. And ready, and down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now on the string. Okay, let's go ahead now and we're going to do 81 technique tracks, and this uses the same rhythm that you just played, but we are playing a few different notes, D, E, and F sharp. The whole D major scale, ascending and descending, using the dotted 8/16 note hooked bowing on some of the beats. So make sure that you're watching carefully and noticing whether the hooked notes are down bow or up bow. In this one, they are all marked. Called the mountain climber, and this one does involve some regular 8th notes, or just straight duple 8th notes that are played with separate bows, and then there are also some dotted 8/16 notes. Notice the difference between those two rhythms. They do look a little bit different. Notice how when you've got a dotted 8/16 note, not only does it have the dot and the extra little partial beam for the 16th note, but the notes are usually actually spaced a little bit farther apart as well, because the second note is not in the middle of the beat, it is actually closer to the end of the beat. So just pay attention carefully when there are rhythms, because it's really easy to kind of mix up the rhythms or forget to play the dotted 8/16 note rhythm. So here we go. Number 83, the mountain climber. Pay careful attention not only to the rhythm, but also the bowing. Exercise on this page is called Keep It Short, and this one again uses the notes of the D major scale. Notice that there is a repeat at the end as well, and we're continuing to practice that hooked bowing with the staccato marks. Right, and then the last one on this page is called Essential Creativity. This is a composition exercise, and what they're doing is they are challenging you to write out a D major scale, and it's okay to do it maybe just ascending, and you are choosing from the different rhythms that are presented. And I would suggest that you put you have each note of the D major scale fill up an entire beat using one of those rhythms. And I hope that you'll have fun with this. Remember, when you are writing music, there are specific rules for whether the stems go up or down. Because you're playing on viola and you are starting with the open D for your D major scale, really all of your stems should be going down. The rule is that if the note is on the middle line, so that would be C on the G string, or higher, then the stems are going to go down and they're going to be on the left side of the note head. And if the note is on the bottom half of the staff, so below the middle line, then the stems will go up and it will be on the right side of the note head. So if you're doing the D major scale starting on the D string, that's all going to be in the top half of the staff, so your stems should all go down and be on the left. So have fun with this writing exercise. Try and keep those stems really nice and straight, and make sure that the note heads are a nice oval shape, and if they are on a space, they should touch both of the lines on either side of the space but not be overlapping the line. So let's work on making some pretty tidy music notation. Good luck and happy practicing.